Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be talking about the itinerary that I had when I was traveling around Europe for 2.5 months. I just recently got back. My name is Christina. If you guys don't know me, welcome to my channel. But I went around for 2.5 months and I'm going to be going exactly my route, what cities I went to. And then I'm going to be ranking all the cities that I went to from my most favorite to my least favorite. And again, I'm sorry guys, I love them all, but I did just try and rank them based on my experiences and everything like that. So let's just get right into my itinerary and I'll talk about some possible other itineraries if you were curious about that. Okay, so let's start off with my itinerary. I did want to do Western Europe and Eastern Europe as separate trips because we were only going for 2.5 months. I didn't want to cram like one day in each city. I obviously wanted to spend a few more days in each city to actually get to know it. So I did decide just to do Western Germany, hit a bunch of the big spots, and then one day I do want to go back for Eastern Europe. So just so you guys know, I did not go to Eastern Europe really at all. So I did fly into, and I do recommend if you're wondering how to plan your trip, I used Hopper to buy the cheapest flight there, which just happened to be $300 and something, like $350, and it went into Venice. And then the cheapest flight out was out of Barcelona 2.5 months later. So that is my starting and ending point, and I recommend that anyone that's trying to plan the route kind of does that as well. Like get your flight there and return flight, and then plan it around where you have to be at the start and where you're going to be at the end, and that way you have a kind of idea of which direction you have to go in. So I flew into Venice, Italy. That was my first stop. After that, we did go to Lake Como based on someone's suggestion in Italy. We asked them and that's where they suggested to go. After Lake Como, we ended up going to Switzerland. We went to Bern, Switzerland. After Bern, Switzerland, Interlaken, Switzerland. Then we made our way to France. We went to Lyon, France, and then of course Paris, France, because you have to see that, right, if you're going to be there. Then we went to Frankfurt, Germany. Had to get to Germany. My family's part German, so I had to check it out. Then Berlin, Germany, and then after that we went to the Netherlands. We went to Amsterdam, and then of course right next to Amsterdam is Belgium. So we did go to Brussels, Belgium after that. After Brussels, we went to Copenhagen, Denmark. Then back to Amsterdam because I loved it so much and it was just an easy way to get to where we were going next. Then we went to London in the UK, then Bordeaux, France. So we wanted to get towards Portugal and Spain, so we stopped in Bordeaux, France as a little stopping point. Then we went to Madrid, Spain, then Lagos, Portugal, then to Sevilla, Spain, and then to Barcelona, and that's where we left from. So that is everywhere that we went. Those are all the cities that we went to, countries, everything like that. We kind of went up, down, and around, kind of. And that route worked perfectly for us. It was 2.5 months, so we traveled an average of every 3 days, but that doesn't mean that we were in each place for 3 days. So in Lagos, we were there for like 8 days or something like that, which means that we were in maybe Bordeaux for a day or something. So it doesn't always even out to 3 days a place, but I really enjoyed my route. If you guys are going on a trip that's similar, I definitely recommend taking a similar route to we did because we wouldn't have changed a thing. So if I was planning my route out of Eastern Europe, I would probably choose a flight that lands in Greece and leaves out of Bulgaria because they are right next to each other, so you could just go all the way up and around and then all the way back down. That way you do get to go in a nice circle. I'm going to be looking off my phone just to read you guys a possible route that I would do, but I might go Greece, Albania, Macedonia, Serbia, Bosnia, Croatia, Slovenia, Austria, just because I really want to see Austria. Then maybe Slovakia, Poland, Lithuania, Latvia, then down to Belarus, Ukraine, Romania, and Bulgaria. So that's probably what I would do, is just go on that upward and down route. So that's kind of the route that I would choose. Of course, that depends on how many days you have. You can't do that route if you're going to be there for 3 weeks. It would be impossible. But if you are taking a longer route, I would probably do that. And if you have more time, add in the rest of the countries, of course, because you don't want to miss out on anything. I hope to one day go on a long enough one where I could hit all of the countries, but we will see. Okay, so now I just wanted to rank all of the countries that I went to, cities and countries and everything like that in a list, just in case you guys are curious of my favorite, least favorite, middle. Like I said, this is just my personal opinion. I did love them all, so please don't take this list personally. This list is also based on the fact that maybe we spent 4 days in one place and then only a day and a half, so it might be tainted by all the travel. Like, I might have listed a place lower because we were only there for a day and then the following day we took a 12-hour bus, so it just reminds me of that place, you know. So don't take this list personally. They're all beautiful places, and if I got to spend more time in the ones I ranked lower, I'm sure that they would be just as good as all the rest of them. So don't take me personally, okay? Okay, so like I said in my last video, Amsterdam was definitely my favorite, and I'll give a quick reason why. Beautiful, amazing, fun, free, amazing. I would definitely live there. I actually hope to live there one day. Next is Sevilla, just because I love Sevilla. That's where my family's from. I have a special place in my heart for it. My mom grew up and was raised there. My grandma, my cousins, my uncle, everyone lives there. So enough said, I love it there. Next is Lagos, just because I loved Portugal. I can't say it enough. Most beautiful place ever. Absolutely obsessed. Amazing. Next was Interlaken, because we did get to see the Swiss Alps. So can you imagine skiing the Swiss Alps? It was just insane. Next is Madrid, because I just love Spanish culture. I love the food there. Absolutely delicious. Just beautiful, beautiful place. Then is Lake Como, Italy. This was actually a place that we got recommended when we were there. We never intended on going there, but it is just so stunning. It's something that you think is like out of a movie or like a picture book. Like, it blows your mind when you're there. I loved the culture and the people were so inclusive. I just really had a great time there. Next is Bern, Switzerland. I think Switzerland is just a cool country. I love the bike culture there, and the people were so friendly. Probably one of the friendliest people. Just beautiful place, really cool city with a lot to do. I loved it. Next is Lyon, France, because I did meet some of the nicest people there, and on top of that, I had hands down the best breakfast of the entire trip there, and all the other food was delicious too, so I had to put it there because the food just like out of this world. Next is Barcelona. On this trip, we didn't actually get to spend too much time there, but I've been there quite a lot before, and I just think it's an amazing city. Again, I love Spanish culture, so, you know, don't judge me. Then Copenhagen, Denmark. It's just one of the more unique places that we've been to. It was absolutely freezing, which is why it's not higher up on the list. I'm not good with the cold, okay? But insanely beautiful place, really unique compared to a lot of the other places that we went to, so that's why I had to rank it so high. Then is Venice, Italy, and I know you're probably like, why is this not higher on the list? Well, it's only not higher because I had been there before, and of course I do think it is very beautiful, but it is very touristy. So like tourists for days, and I showed clips before in my Venice vlog, but like there are so many people, you're walking like this, so that's why I ranked it a little lower. Then we have Paris. We're going with all the big cities here. Paris, France, and I enjoyed Paris so much, but it's not ranked so high because the Eiffel Tower during the day, it just didn't wow me. At night I think it's incredible, but during the day it was just a little bit like, you know. The Mona Lisa also wasn't like out of this world, but the Louvre itself was just incredible, so that was why it's kind of in the middle. Then is London. I really enjoyed London. I actually liked it so much, but I couldn't put myself about putting it above any of the other things on this list. Everything is just so good, guys. It's honestly so hard. It took me forever to make this list because I kept being like, no, this one, no, this one, no, this one, and I was like, but these three are tied. So don't judge me, okay? But I really enjoyed London. It was very cool. It was not like what I was expecting at all. It's very Americanized almost, but there's so much to do, which is why I liked it so much. I'm a person that likes to do activities. I like to mini golf. I like to go to cool bars. I like to go to cool clubs. And if you're in London, that's what you're doing. Then is Brussels, Belgium. Again, I love this. It's so hard to put it so low on the list because I actually did love it. I wish I could put it a little higher up and just tie it with something. But their Belgian waffles were amazing, and also just the city was really cool. It was like tight little alleyways with a bunch of shops and restaurants. The only thing is I didn't enjoy the food that wasn't dessert, if that makes sense, as much. It just wasn't really my type of food. I am a pickier person, so don't judge me, okay? Then I put Berlin, Germany. Again, it was really cool, but in Germany we didn't really get as much opportunity to explore or anything as much, so that's why it is lower on the list, just because we didn't get to explore as much as the other places. Then Frankfurt, Germany, again, kind of for the same reason. We were only there 1 or 2 days, so it just didn't wow me in a way, but it was still beautiful, and I really hope to go back and get to give Germany the justice it deserves. I just, on this trip, didn't have enough time, I guess. Then is Bordeaux, France, and the only reason I put it here is because we stayed in a horrible hotel. It was like a 40-minute walk to the hotel. It was an absolute disaster getting anywhere, so that whole thing of that is tainted. And then last is Hamburg, Germany. I'm sorry, Germany, because I just really did not enjoy the food there. It just didn't live up to my expectations because, Hamburg, the creator of the hamburger, okay, but it just wasn't that great, and we didn't get to do as many things as a lot of the other places. So that is my list of ranking the countries, cities in order from my favorite to least favorite. If you guys have differing opinions, let me know down below in the comments. Let me know your order if you've been to any of these places. If you have any questions about routes or anything like that, you can just leave them down below and I'll go ahead and answer those as soon as I can. Subscribe, like the video, I would really, really appreciate it, and I'll see you guys on my next video.